Thanks for joining me tonight. Yes, this is a robe because David and I don't like keeping things too warm, and we also don't like to pay a lot of money for heating bills. Not that we've had one yet, but we probably will soon. So I'm roped up because I'm chilly in here. So this is, a comfy Wednesday video. It's kind of late getting this out because today's been a crazy day. The two cows that died yesterday, Stan called a place up in Santa Quinn called the Utah Veterinary something clinic. They do animal testing there, and so we we loaded up the bodies into the horse trailer, well, cow trailer now, the trailer, and I took them up to Santa Quinn to this testing center, and they're gonna run some tests to see if we can find out what happened, and that way we can hopefully better protect and better take care of our herd. And so, fingers crossed on that. We, in a weird, morbid way, we cross our fingers hoping it was just some weird fluke, because nothing's worse than an animal in your care dying and there's something you could have done to prevent it. And we're still learning, but it's still not a fun thing to go through. So Moxie and I took them up there, and she's laying down right here. We can go say hi. There she is. Huh. Yeah. Hi. This is a kind of an exciting time, besides stuff that happened yesterday. Dave and I have had Moxie for a whole year now. And, hi, yeah, you're so cute. And I kind of wanted to share our story about her a little bit. Especially for those of you who maybe are thinking of adopting a dog or getting a dog or whatever. The first thing I want to tell you is that movies lie. Get that right off the bat. If there's any animal movie out there, there is a 98% chance that the stuff they tell you is full of crap. Because a lot of times in movies, they anthropomorphize an animal, so they give human characteristics to it. Especially now, where they do a lot of CGI animals. I don't like that. I miss when they brought in the live animal actors. But anyway, and one thing, like growing up with animals, I learned a lot about animals. I understand how they actually work. Yeah, when we first wanted to get a dog, when you get a dog, you think of something that's very loving, wants to be with you all the time, and just like happy and like love me all the time. I don't know, just very, very loving. Most dogs just want to be pet and loved and adored, and we did not get that with her. So we adopted her a year ago from a family member who kept her till she's about 8 months old, and it just didn't work out with kids and family, and that's understandable. The animals in general are a lot of work, and kids should come first, and I understand that because I don't think it's talked about enough how much work and dedication animals are, and I'm really impressed with the owners who had her before now, my family members. They did a great job with her. She came with a lot of basic training, really well done, and Dave and I have just built on that since then. But Moxie is like they like to call her a cat dog because she'll come up to you and be very friendly, but she doesn't want to be pet. She doesn't want to be touched. And it actually took David and I about 8 months, maybe not quite that. Yeah, 6 to 8 months to truly feel like she wanted to be with us. And she like actually started asking for attention. Before then, she wanted to be around us, like hang out with us, but no petting, no touching, maybe like 1 second. But it was just, she just was not a lovable dog. She looks lovable. She's fluffy. She's cute, but that was really, really stressful. And if you've ever heard about the rule of threes, see if I remember it. So when you adopt an animal, and I'm going to stick with a dog for now, it takes 3 days for them to settle down, 3 weeks to learn your routine, and 3 months for them to feel at home. So if you want to adopt an animal, which I think is awesome, I think breeding animals, no matter what animal it is, should be kept only to professionals. Even then, I think it should be limited. Now, if that's something you do or something you like to do, okay, that's fine. There's just so many animals out there, and there's a reason why a lot of animals, especially dogs, have a lot of health problems is because of overbreeding or inbreeding, and there's problems with that. And so even though I still kind of one day want a puppy, I really support adopting, but that also comes with its own challenges. But you will put as much work into a puppy as you will a shelter dog. And we didn't get Moxie from a shelter dog. We got her directly from the home. There is going to be work put in, no matter what age, no matter what dog. There's going to be work, because if a dog comes well trained, you need to provide a routine. You need to provide that stability for a dog. For Moxie, it took her a while to understand that we were going to come back for her. She never wanted to be left alone. No dog wants to be left alone or wants to be tied up. If you have a dog that loves to be tied up, good on you, because I have yet to meet a dog who likes to be tied up. But it's just been within the last few months that she's been like, oh, when you tie me up or when you put me away for the night, you're gonna come back. And that took a while for her to understand. And so just keep that in mind. So let's say you want to adopt a dog. Let's start with what's your lifestyle like? So since I work on a farm and I'm on the farm all day, I'm on the farm a lot. And so any dog that Dave and I have is potentially going to get at least 3 to 4 hours of outside time a day. And besides that, we're also fairly active people. And so now that we're here, so Moxie and I go on a jog every morning. Of course, we're only on 3 days in a row right now, but still, we are active people. So us getting Moxie's a Samoyed Border Collie mix, and they're both herding dogs. Samoyeds also were a bit of sled dogs in Russia, but they're both very active breeds. And so us getting an active breed wasn't as big of a deal, but we notice a difference on Sundays, for example, where I'm not on the farm as much and it's more of a relaxed day. She's a lot more hyped up. It's because they're high active dogs. So you need to look at your life. What does your lifestyle look like? If you're not active people, that's fine. I think, some activity is good for your health benefits, but it's not like you don't have to be working out for hours at a day, or you don't have to do that. But you need to look for a dog that's not going to be active. So you might be looking at smaller dogs between 10 to 20 pounds. And even then, some of those guys can be really high active dogs. So you need to look at a dog that's going to be fit for your lifestyle. And if you're not active, but you want a Border Collie or a German Shepherd or these working dogs, either you need to get into the habit of being active for at least a month to 3 months before getting this dog. Don't just assume that getting a dog is going to magically make you healthy and fit and active. I'm sorry, I just don't think that's going to happen. So get a dog that's going to fit your lifestyle, whatever that is. And secondly, what does your living situation look like? Dave and I's yard and house aren't big, like we have one, but they're not huge. But since I'm on a farm, again, I could get a more active dog. We could even get a large dog in the future and it would be fine. But if you live in a small apartment, don't even think for a second of getting anything over 40 pounds. Unless for some reason, again, you're active and you're taking your dog out multiple times a day. Like, just think of a Great Dane in a small apartment. Like, you're looking at 100 and let's say it's a male Great Dane, 120-pound dog, easily 120-pound dog, romp on all fours, romping around your apartment. Like, again, you're gonna need a smaller dog, especially if you're working 8 hours a day. A small dog that doesn't need as much activity. I'm on some Facebook groups where they're pet Facebook groups, and a lot of it's just rehoming dogs. And I see so many times of people rehoming animals because they didn't fit into their lives, because they were too active, too hyper. Like, someone gets a boxer in an apartment. Boxers are very hyper, high active dogs. And so if you aren't capable of giving that dog the proper lifestyle it needs, don't do it. I don't care how cute it is. I don't care if you've always dreamed of one. Wait until your life can fit that dog. It's not fair bringing a dog into your life, and it's like giving false hope. Again, dogs, it's not the same thing, but dogs attached to families are they're people-oriented animals. We bred them to be that way for hundreds of years. And then let's see, what else? Oh, another thing. Most dogs that are given away will be given away before the first year of their life. They get them as puppies because, oh, they're cute and and then when they get about 5 months old, they start getting that awkward teenage stage where they're not as cute anymore. They're really, they're chewing on things, because if you're not giving your dog proper chewing toys, enough activity, they're going to chew up your house. And so it's a lot of improper raising that's done, and not knowing about the breed, or there's different factors where they get this puppy, especially Huskies, because people think Huskies are so cute. Huskies are not only high active dogs, they're also very independent dogs. I don't know if that's the right word. They if you get like a Malinois or a Border Collie or a Lab, like their whole goal in life is to please you. If you have a dog that's like that but doesn't listen to you, you need to work on your training. That's a whole nother story. But they really want to please you. Huskies and those inside that family, even some Samoyeds a little bit, they have a very distinct personality. If you're familiar with horses, the dogs that want to listen to you are like the geldings. The ones that have their own personality, they're the mares. They have their own sass, and that's fine. If you want a dog like that, Huskies are great. They're great dogs. But I know for myself personally, I don't want a Husky. And that's fine. Maybe because I don't want them to mouth off to me, because they're also very vocal, and I'm not really into the vocalness. So I just know, I understand my boundaries. There are certain breeds that I don't want, because they're not going to fit my lifestyle. I don't need that. And so think about that. So when you get a puppy, understand you are going to go through at least a year and a half of some struggle, teenage, the terrible twos kind of thing. I saw this great picture meme thing where it showed a puppy, and it was like 0 to 1 year, or 0 to 8 month old, I think is what it said, or 9 month old. It was like this cute puppy, and then it said from 9 month old, or 8 or 9 month old, to 24 months, and it showed like a raptor, like a Jurassic Park raptor, and then another picture of 24 plus of like this adult, just like sitting, well-behaved dog. And yeah, that's it. So when you get a puppy, just realize it's not going to be cute forever. And there's time and commitment that gets put into that. If you're not willing to commit to that, don't get a dog. Get a cat. that's an inside-outside cat, because cats are much more independent and they're very fun. I like cats. I really like cats. So keep that in mind. Second thing, before you ever think about getting a dog, don't even think about getting a dog until you have read at least, I'm going to say 2 or 3 training books or about dog books, whether medical books, training books, behaviorology books, at least 3. I'm serious. And not on top of that, find some really great YouTube trainers. I have some I'll try to put them in the description below. Fantastic YouTube trainers. I'm a fan of balanced trainers, so the ones that they will use treats in some circumstances, but also positive and negative reinforcement. It's crucial. You can't. Maybe we'll get into a training video another day. But you need to find a balanced trainer so that you can feel comfortable handling. There's nothing wrong with going out and getting a trainer. That is completely fine. If you have any questions about training, put them in the comments. I can either send you a YouTube video or I can put in my own thoughts. I feel fairly comfortable with most training avenues. I'm definitely no expert, but yeah, just at least 3 books, and be watching these trainers for months. Ever since Dave and I talked about getting a dog, we've been talking about it for years. We started watching trainers. First, we found Victoria Stilwell. We really liked her at Smear the Dog. And then, I can't think of this guy's name. It was another show. And then we found George. I can't think. Not George. Zach George. He's really fun to watch. And then I found Stoney Dennis. Stoney Dennis is awesome. And these are YouTube people. And then, excuse me, and then Beckham dog training? Shoot, I can't remember that exact off bat. But he used to train like killer whales and stuff at SeaWorld. Now he does dog training. He is awesome. And then No Bad Dogs. Shoot, I can't remember his actual name either. I'll write him down. So my top 3, Stoney Dennis, calls himself Uncle Stoney. He is funny. I really like watching him. Stoney Dennis, Beckman's dog training. I'll put him down. And then No Bad Dogs, Canine Academy, I think is what they're called. Top 3 favorite. Like, you need to be familiar. You need to understand what's coming so you can feel confident getting a dog and knowing like, oh, I can handle this. This video is already getting kind of long. If you're interested, and maybe I'll just do it anyway because I can and I like to talk about this kind of stuff. I'll go through the different stuff that we do for Moxie and have done to help her be this, which is awesome. And it's been a learning curve with the dog, and now she's a lot more loving with us. Still, now I found this lost dog, and he was the sweetest thing. He was this Aussie. Almost like a mini. He was really small, but not quite a mini Aussie, and just was like always asking us to love him. And he was just, and I was like, oh yeah, this is why we wanted to get a dog, because they like this lovingness and just wanting to be with you. It was adorable. Where Moxie was like jealous, but she still didn't want to be pet. She just stayed within like 3 or 4 feet away from us and just watched. She's a personality. Anyway. Those are my 2 cents. I will keep you updated on any information that we get about the 2 cows that died. My heart still just kind of every time I think about it. And then I'll probably bring up more dog videos, because animal welfare, no matter what animal it is very, very important to me. No matter what animal it is, it's just I really care about it. Just every living creature deserves, and I say this, I understand the thing like where we're beef producers, so we raise beef for slaughter. But Stan and I prepared for this. The intention behind the animal is very important. You don't just get a dog or get a pet because it's cute and it sounds fun. No. I got an animal because I'm animal obsessed, and I feel like an animal really completes my life. Is there also some struggles that come with it and complications? Yeah, because not everyone wants me to bring my dog, which is hurtful. Like, you bring your kids around, like, why can't I bring my dog? But that's just me. But so yeah, I'll probably talk about other animal stuff later. I hope you have a good night, so you're prepared for Thanksgiving tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Dave and I are going to be super chill because he does have to work tomorrow, and I'm probably going to focus on just doing the simple farm stuff, getting dinner ready, and honestly unpacking, because this looks really nice, right? We just got our couch in, but if I showed you what's on the other side of this camera and the other rooms, it's still quite a mess. So, but it's nice to have this almost normal corner. So anyway, I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night. Super excited for the next couple months. I really like these holiday months, because who doesn't? Who doesn't? Oh, anyway, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Engage in life. Bye.